website. I opened 90 songs and about 6 albums on my web page. I start off with Skia, with Larry Atkins, Orin Gray, and self. And as I said, my first single was a song that I wrote in a attempt to get my mother and father back together again. I call it Mama Kissing Goodnight, and it went in the chart in France and in Poland, and that gave me opportunity to sing with a gentleman called Stevie Wonder at the Marquee Club in
Wow,
London.
wow,
That was
wow,
in
wow.
1969, 1970.
Wow, 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 wow,
Yeah,
wow, wow.
yeah,
JJ. So listen, so based on the brief history that you just laid out right there, man.
yes.
Why is it that you believe you haven't performed in Jamaica as yet?
Um, what at the time, you see, I had a problem with my dad. He didn't want me to be a doctor. So when I performed with Stevie Wonder and the BBC was there at the time, and they saw me sing, they had to ask my father permission because they wanted to have me do a show called the Nat Francis Show. At the time I was going by the name Nat Francis. I started off singing ska by the name of Prince Buster Jr.
Okay.
And then they changed it. I changed it to Nat Francis because I like Nat King Cole and my mother family name was Francis. So I put the both of them
So
together
Nat
and called
Francis.
myself Nat. Yes.
Like that.
And so they came to my address in London to ask my father permission, and that if I could have my own show on the BBC and in Holland. But at that time there were no acts at all, any kind of form of show. Even today, there's not one act from the West Indies community who have a actual show, their own show on the BBC in London. So that would be a great privilege. But at the time, my father wanted me to be a doctor. So
Right,
he told
right,
him, no,
right.
he don't want me to be a singer. He wants to be a doctor. He said, boy, I like sing too much. He might be a doctor or a spot welder like me.
Right,
So
right.
that caused a problem, a rift right there with me and my dad.
So
Mm.
basically, his idea of the ideal career for you was more so based on the classical way of thinking, where you go to
Yes,
a formal, get a formal education and pursue some
yes,
type of career in whatever field that you are your, but because based on how you sound back then, it seems like the parents was picking the career for the kids, not necessarily kids picking the career
exactly.
for themselves.
Yes, exactly. And through that, now, when he said that, I see that my chances of being at the time I wanted to be one of the world best, most famous entertainer. That's how ambitious I was. So when I get that opportunity from the BBC to have my own show on the BBC in 1970,
Right.
um, and when he says he wants to be a doctor, the only doctor I could be is a love doctor, really, because I didn't know that much about that doctor business. So I left home
Wow.
the following day.
Right. So let me ask you, how did that affect you as a young man from that point until you release your next track?
Well, it affected me badly that Prince Buster was staying at my home, and his auntie and my father and Prince Buster's brother and sister. So the next day, I packed my suitcase and put my little one um, pants and so forth, and I left home. I left home and started to roam the street of London. I didn't know where I was going, but there was a big park in London called Hyde Park, and me being a person who think big, I went in that park and I find myself sleeping with the tramps in the park. I didn't have nowhere to live. So I started sleeping on the bench, and the sun and the snow and the rain and everything start wet me up and things like that. So there was a park toilet in the park, and I used to go there to wash my face and clean myself when I wake up in the morning.
Wow.
And in the night, the apartment was my bedroom, and
Right,
the
right,
park side, it
right,
was my
right.
bathroom, tell the truth.
So that was you being rebellious in a sense because of the dreams that you had. It seems like it was about to be deferred, and you wasn't having none of it.
No. I was very stubborn because, so I actually stay like that for about maybe 2 weeks up and down. And then I started to think bigger. I said, if I'm going to be a tramp, I rather be a sophisticated tramp. So I sleep in a park called Regent's Park in front of Buckingham Palace.
Wow, 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 wow.
Yes.
So you went for a
So I
park.
could sleep.
You went for a park upgrade. You're saying.
Yes, yes.
All right. So let me ask
This
you.
time now, I start, yeah.
Yeah. So as far as the music, so what direction at this point? What was the direction of the music?
The music was not, I was just singing to myself and writing music on paper and things like that. The music wasn't happening at that time because I was looking somewhere to live on renting because I was broke. I
Right.
didn't have any money. No one to put me up. So I start looking somewhere to sleep, and so I went to the labor exchange to get some money, and they refused me money. So while I was coming back from the labor exchange, this is in London, I saw a place called the Army. And hunger was biting me, so I said to myself, so, well, if I join the army, food and somewhere to sleep, so I joined the Army.
Right, right, right. How older were you at this point?
About 20, 19, 20, 20, 20, 20, 21.
Okay.
Between those days, yes.
What's it like performing in Germany and Poland for that crowd?
Well, fantastic. Great reception. In Germany, they love ska. At the time I was singing ska, and they love ska. And I had a record named Tralala. It was in the chart in Germany as well. So I went down very good. And ska in Germany, I reggae is very big, Also in Poland, also in Russia as well, also in Denmark, in Norway, and in Sweden.
Wow,
They have a big
wow,
a cult following there, and it's even bigger than people think, really. Very big.
wow.
And they accept me very good. I went down very good over there. Yes.
So what? So all right. Being that you're from that side of the world, let me ask you now on the broader spectrum when it comes to the music itself, from reggae to dancehall. What is the atmosphere like on your side of town when it comes to those specific genres?
I at the time 2000, 1969, 1970, I went on a tour to Europe, and then my name changed from Nat Francis to JJ Sparks because they say that when I dance, because I was really a shuffler. I used to like Jamaica, and I was taught by the great shuffler in Jamaica. His name is Own Dog and Persian the Cat. And I was living at Almantown, and they used to teach me, and I used to give them two pence a move, and he moved so fast. I was to give him about 5 because he was so fast on his feet. So I learned to dance from that way. So they used to call me. They say when I dance, sparks come to my feet. So they're gonna call me JJ Sparks, and that's how I get the name JJ Sparks. So
Okay,
I start,
okay.
yeah, okay, yeah. So I started singing reggae because I was introduced to reggae by a chap called AJ Franklin from the Chosen Few. Came into a studio called Room in the Sky in Waterloo in London, 1980. And I backed him up, Ian Winston Francis. And from there on, I started singing reggae music. But I was always a soul singer, we call R&B now, and a ska artist. Because I'm a song, and the man that taught me to really sing is a man called Jockey Opel from Barbados, a very great entertainer, a very great singer. He died recently, unfortunately.
Wow. So,
Yes.
see, I mean, I understand your love of ska and lovers rock type reggae, but is there a space over there on your side of town for the more hardcore type dancehall music?
Yes, but not so much as more. In the UK at this moment, where I am now, it's more lovers rock. They love lovers rock.
And roots
The
reggae.
hardcore is okay, but they go for lovers rock more than anything else.
What about roots
know?
reggae? More like the
Yeah.
the cultural type music, the Chronics and those type of guys.
Yes, yes, yes. That is okay, but it's not as it doesn't go down that heavy as it would in other parts of London. In London, a part of Brixton, the roots reggae is okay, but I live in a place called Richmond, and they go for more the soft lovers rock.
Okay, so
In,
JJ,
you know,
approximately how many years now have you been doing music steadily?
but I would say I'm 63 now, so I've been singing about nearly 40 odd years. Yeah.
Wow.
Straight, I mean, touring abroad and then going to Japan, Australia, China, and Australia as well.
So
But never, pardon?
are you currently on tour, or what's the situation?
No, I at this moment in time, I am promoting my new album entitled Simply JJ Sparks featuring Gregory Isaac. Another chap, his name is John, and he's on the album. And I'm actually promoting a single from the album called Be My Girl in Jamaica. It's playing on Jamaica radio station as we speak, and also in Canada as well.
Well,
Yeah.
we have that song lined up in the queue to play it for our listeners as well. For those who haven't heard it before, we have it to play tonight, and I'm gonna have you do the introduction one more time on this track just before we play. So go ahead, my brother.
Yes, well, this track is called Be My Girl. When I recorded it, I was in Jamaica actually. And to cut a long story short, there was a girl at Michael School that I wanted to take out at the time, and her out, and she wanted to come out to me to take her to Carol Theatre. And the next day, when I was supposed to meet her, mother told me I'm going to, so I never get the chance to meet her, to take her to that matinee. And she was my first love. I even gave her my mother wedding ring. I called my mother at school. So I started, I sang, and I finished it. Yes. So I started writing that song back then, and then I finished it about 5 years ago. And I just really, about 18 months now. It's released, yeah.
Okay.
On my own, calling ATCMG. That's my kid's name. Music.
All right. Well,
World music.
people, you heard it. You heard it from the man himself, Mr. JJ Sparks, and this one is called Be My Girl.
As I look and see you smiling in my arms, I know we belong, girl. As you pass this way each morning, come true. Now my life has changed for you. In my arms you will stay forever and ever. Whoa, won't you be my girl, my girl? Whoa, won't you be my girl, my girl, my girl?
That is the voice of Mr. JJ Sparks. This track is called Be My Girl. 321-209-3782 is the number to call. I want you guys to join the conversation. Tell us how you're feeling right now as you listen to this soft sound. It's Wagwan Road Radio.
I look and see you smiling in my arms. I know we belong, girl. As you pass this way each morning, my desire for you keeps growing each day. Whoa, won't you be my girl?
Mr. Sparks, I want you to tell the massive
Yes.
where they can go to find this track, my brother.
Well, you can actually download it any leading downloading site, Apple,
Okay.
and also my webpage, www.bluebeatroom.com.
Okay.
Also on Reverb Nation and any leading downloading site. Amazon,
Spotify,
yes, you can.
Amazon,
Yes, all
Apple.
those sites. Yes,
Okay.
yes,
iTunes.
yes,
Gotcha.
yes, yes. It's available. Yes,
Is there a
it's
video out
available.
for this track on YouTube or no?
Yes, it's on YouTube. There's a video there. Yes, a video of me. Yes, on
Okay.
YouTube. Yes, yes.
Wow.
About three different videos. Yes, yeah.
So, and this is one of your latest track you're saying?
Now it's doing very good. It's number 4 in the row as we speak.
Well, I
Yeah.
believe it should be number 1. This song is really,
Thank you very much.
for real. It is really nice because JJ, I'm a youngster, man. I'm in my early 30s. I'm a youngster. I'm a little boy, and
Okay.
I'm only saying that to say, this track here is still moving me some type of way. You understand what I mean? And people would think
Yes, ma'am.
that I would go more for the nowadays type of stuff. This is a classical sound, and it's still sounding fresh.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Yeah, man. So I just
Yeah.
want to encourage
But
you
I
to
aim-
continue the work, my brother.
Thank you very much. I will continue because the aim is to bring into the world and into music because without love, there's nothing that. So I sing with a lot of passion. I'm a cancer and by birth I'm a lover really. I love being in love with love. So I don't sing love songs, simple as that. It saves me, it gives people a good feelings, When I sing that beat, people used to come to me and say, JJ, when I come to your show and I come out, I feel sad, and when I leave it with so much happiness
love,
that's what
joy.
I give them joy. Yes, so
Right.
it makes me feel good. So I will continue that, honest with you, and give
Alright.
reggae,
So,
its place,
Mr.
its rightful
JJ,
place.
just before you go,
Yes.
my brother, I'm going to ask you if you have anything that you would like to say to these youngsters that are entering the music arena right now, who's trying to chart a course for themselves, man, because a lot of youngsters, most of them are trying to do music because they feel like, it's the right way to go because it's a come up, some of them is just a hustle. So what advice
Yes.
you would have for them to maintain the integrity of the genre and the music as a whole?
My advice would say is this: first of all, they should try and write their own songs and own their own publishing. try and learn the business side of this. Because the business side, you need to know the business side, not just us singing. If you know the business side and you open a publishing company and own your own catalog, it's much better.
Wow.
I think when you started off doing a song, you should actually choose a famous song, and if you're doing it in a reggae version, but so you can get some exposure, and then you can come up with the world to your own songs.
Wow.
That's the way I would think. That's the way I think you should start off. Even making your own songs, taking it to where you're singing and sell them slowly, so forth. But you must own your own stuff. You own your own catalog.
Absolutely.
Even if you have to license it for a period of time, but always own it. That's the key to this thing. Never sell yourself short.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Well, I hope they're hearing, I hope they're listening, I hope they're incorporating all of what you're saying into what they are doing currently. Mr. JJ Sparks, it was a pleasure having you, my brother. And again, much love, much respect, and I wish you all the best on your journey as it continues. DJ Gab, do you have any more words for Mr. Sparks?
Just want to say it's an honor. Just want to say it's an honor talking to you, especially for someone going from the foundation days of ska and rocksteady. We don't really hear much about that music now, so to hear, you discuss that in the conversation is very encouraging. I appreciate you giving us the opportunity to hear about it.
Thank you very, very much. And it's a pleasure to me as well. I'm so humbled and privileged that I could be able to speak, to you from here and to the fans out there and my friends also. And you can have me again. I'll be grateful to the truth. Yes,
right,
I enjoyed it. And thank you very much to all my Facebook friends, my family, and people who support me all over the world. Thank you very, very much. Thank you. And God bless you all.
Much respect.
Thank you very, very much.
Much respect.
It's been a pleasure.
Much respect. I appreciate it.
Thank you,
sir. All right.
Have a nice day. One love. Respect. One love. Cheers. Thank you.
Blessings.
Bye for now.
Blessings.
Ciao. Ciao. Cheers.
You're smiling in my arms. I know we belong, girl. As you pass this way each morning.
Get love like that to me.